I'm the founder and CEO of Cointelligence. Cointelligence is a research and analysis company that focuses on the crypto economy. We have done due diligence for ICOs, STOs, coins, and exchanges. I will tell you in a few words about myself. I am considered to be a serial entrepreneur. I started my business career 20 years ago. I'm an ex-gamer. I've been an angel investor for almost 10 years. Currently, I'm investing only in Cointelligence, and it doesn't say so, but also Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously. I've been an advisor to several startups. I've been a mentor, mainly in Israel. I'm originally from Israel. I relocated here 2.5 years ago. And because I have real hands-on experience with regards to many of the things that I will show you, I am allowing myself to criticize the industry, to criticize the community, and so on. And the last point is that I'm not selling anything. I am probably one of the few out there that is not selling anything. I don't care what coin you like. I don't care what project you're in. I am not shilling anything. And obviously, I would like Cointelligence to get as much traffic as possible, but I don't need to sell here because I got the marketing skills to do it online. So you can be sure that everything I tell you is coming from the bottom of my heart. Before I tell you about all the bad and nasty things that we discovered, I will tell you that I think that blockchain and crypto is the biggest revolution that mankind ever had until today. I was involved in a lot of different technologies over the years. I'm very well aware of a lot of advancements. I don't think that anything comes close to blockchain or crypto or both. And obviously, it's because it's going to influence many of the other industries as well, if it's the old world industries or the new ones. So obviously, everyone here, I'm guessing, knows why due diligence is so important and what happened with the ICO boom that was mentioned before. This is the first example that I will show you how much due diligence is really needed, even more than what you think. So this is an example of X-Search ICO. When we started doing ratings for ICOs, we were shocked from what we discovered on other rating websites. So as you can see here, they got a 3.4 out of 5. On this website, ICO Holder, which is pretty well known in the industry, they got a 4 out of 5. Fox ICO, 7 out of 10. On this website, 8.2 out of 10. And guess what? 0 on Cointelligence for everything. You know why? It's a scam. It's a fake team, a fake project. How come they got these ratings on the rating websites? My guess is they just paid, or the rating websites don't care and they don't check. Initiative Q, one of the biggest bullshit projects that I've seen for many, many years. They got nothing. They developed nothing. Correction, they published their application for specific country about a few weeks ago, and the application is something that I would maybe let my junior developer to develop. They didn't do anything, they didn't gain anything, but the most important part is that they're claiming to be worth $2 trillion US dollars. Amazing. Now, don't believe what I'm saying, just take the word of Udi Wartheimer, which is a great blockchain developer in my opinion. And he said that, not me. I'm just backing him up. And that's an email that I got in about 2 months ago explaining why I should join Initiative Q. This is like the biggest MLM bullshit that I've seen. These scammers will be around all the time. These people will do everything that they can in order to use blockchain and crypto in order to scam the public. And the list goes on and on to celebrities endorsing scams. This guy was a hero for me when I was a teenager watching his action movies. He endorsed a scam. Obviously, he doesn't understand anything about blockchain and crypto, and obviously he did what his manager was telling him to do. When we approach ICO and STO advisors, these are the kind of answers that we get. Hello, I am not core team member and did not learn about past experience of the CTO. By the way, the CTO of this specific company doesn't have any experience with blockchain. Only God knows how he's going to run a blockchain company. And that's another answer that we got, which is very similar to the previous one. Now, today I won't have time to go over the slides that describe the rating and what we are doing for the rating, but you can get an overall view from this slide: data integrity, vision, team identification, product, legal entity, social engagement, and marketing. I will skip this one. I'll just mention on this slide that we found a huge correlation between duplicated content and scams. And it doesn't always mean that the scam is a full scam of a fake team or a fake company. It's even if they copy paste a few pages from another white paper. I'll skip this. Cryptocurrency exchanges. So we launched our cryptocurrency exchanges list and rating system about 2 months ago. What I have to tell you is the following. First, I'm sure that all of you or most of you know CoinMarketCap and some of the other websites that have the listing and so on. It's all one big bullshit. It's all fake. It's all wrong, and it's all misleading all of us and the public. When you look at the exchanges list on CoinMarketCap, and don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for CoinMarketCap for the time that they've been into this industry, but unfortunately, they have to wake up and make significant changes because they're misleading the public. If you go to the top 10 or top 20 exchanges on their list, and believe me, every exchange wants to be on that top list because they get so much revenue if they get on that list. It's all based on fake trading volume. And I can go on and give you all the other websites with the lists, but it doesn't matter. This is the point. And we decided at Cointelligence to actually have the list organized by rating that we do. Due diligence that we do for each and every exchange. And you can see this is an example of the top exchanges on the list. Some of them, by the way, are very well known. Some of them are not. This is an example of an exchange that I recommend to stay away. Obviously, they got a 1 out of 10. This is an exchange that I highly recommend because of the score that they got. Now, I have to say something again. I don't profit from having these exchanges on my presentation. I don't have any business connection to them. This is a summary. We rated until now 85 exchanges. Only 10 exchanges received a score of 7 out of 10 or more. Only 10 exchanges. And I guess that even if I'll have double the rating, the number for the exchanges that will get a high score will not be so higher. 16 exchanges received a score between 5 and 7. The rest, 57 exchanges, are rated below 5, which is simply showing the insanely low quality of exchanges in the market, which obviously leads to the conclusion that we need decentralized exchanges. I'm not saying only. I think there's a place for both, even though I'm sure that Vitalik would be very upset at me for saying that. We need decentralized and centralized, but we need it decentralized as soon as possible. We've witnessed one major red flag with the exchanges. Most of them will not disclose their team members, which goes all against crypto if you put privacy coins aside, for example, for a second. But for me, it goes against crypto, and I don't think that anyone should put their money on an exchange that doesn't want to disclose the team. This is a great example of one exchange, and it's not the only one, that replied to us when we asked for the second time, okay, who's the team? A great team. That's the response that we got. Amazing, a great team. Now, the last topic that I would like to cover very shortly is what I mentioned before. Some of the people in the industry are saying that we have a shift, a change from ICOs to STOs. I don't think that's right. We don't have a change from ICOs to STOs. ICOs are gone for now, only for now. In my opinion, they will come back big time, but it will take some time. And meanwhile, we have the STOs that are growing now, and the infrastructure is growing. And the summary that I would say is that they're not replacing ICOs. Obviously, the wild, wild west is over, because with security tokens, you cannot do the shady and monkey business that you did with ICOs. Regulation will rule STOs, which means that everything with regards to STOs is going to be very much based on regulation in each country. I don't know if all of you are aware of the fact that the huge difference between ICOs and STOs is the globalization part. With STOs, you cannot just do an STO to everyone in the world. You have to do it for each country according to securities laws. And that's the biggest difference, in my opinion. I do think that there is a place for STOs. Personally, I prefer ICOs much more, but I think it's a good way. The problem that I have with STOs is that right now it's mainly meant for accredited investor. Now, I don't have any personal agenda with this because I am an accredited investor, but I do see this as a huge issue for many of the crypto community members. And I do think and hope that the regulators will understand that they need to adjust securities laws to be compliant with the advancement of the technology. Liquidity now does not exist, but it's coming. As an example, just yesterday or 2 days ago, GBX announced that they are listing tokenized securities. We already got a few other exchanges that are doing that. And the last part of my presentation is this. The beauty of the combination, in my opinion, between STOs and smart contracts, which is obviously very relevant for Ethereum, is that we have an opportunity to have the ERC20 token, the ERC tokens standard with regard to security tokens. And that's amazing in my opinion, because one of the biggest problems that we had with the infrastructure for STOs is the legal implications. And what happens if you get money from an investor that is in a country that you cannot take the money from him or her? So we need the smart contract to protect the founders, to protect the company. And in case that the first KYC AML procedure didn't work well, so for the second time, it should be based on the smart contract, and the smart contract should know what to do in case that there's a failure. And obviously there's other types of ERC tokens that has been created, and I'm sure that there will be many more created. That's basically it. And thank you for having me, and thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stay here for a while. Thank you.